Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 1 of the Omniverse Chronicles, Ghostbusters International. I am so excited. Yes, there was a brief echo. No worries, I fixed it. It did throw me off for a second. Back on track. No mistakes. Perfect first time, every time.
Every time.
Every time.
100% of the time, it works 60% of the time.
Exactly. I'm so excited about this game. I am joined by an incredible group of guest players and a guest GM. Very quickly, everyone go around to the proverbial table and introduce yourselves.
Hey, Asterios, Kokkinos. I'm a podcaster. I'm a comedian. I am so excited to be playing the classic 1986 tabletop role-playing game, Ghostbusters from West End Games. I've been looking forward to this all year. Let's do this.
I'm Beth. I write and act in the podcast We Fix Space Junk, and I am equally psyched, but also don't have all the names in front of me, so I can't read out the full name. But it is from West End Games, and I have an axe, and I am psyched to start.
I am Forrest, and you can find me as @Fearless Leader on most social media stuff. And I am a music teacher, but I also do song lyrics at offthebeatenpathmusical.com. And I've been running this game for a really long time, and I'm excited to do Ghostbusters.
And I'm Rev. You can find me @RevDeshane. My Twitter handle is @RevDeshane. Oh, that's what I just said. And my interesting fact is that the very first black eye I ever had, I was wearing a Ghostbusters shirt when I got it, but it was unrelated.
There weren't anti-Ghostbusters bullies going
Yeah,
after
exactly.
you.
And I am Kim Dalton. You can find me on Twitter @Kim_Dalton, or honestly @The Crit Show. That's pretty much where I live most of the time. And I'm going to go ahead and pass it on over to our guest GM, Forrest.
All right. I am so excited to get us going here. And so, as we begin with the Seattle franchise of the Ghostbusters, we find ourselves, the camera, you might imagine, flying over Seattle, and you see the great wheel that's going right on the pier, and you also then see dominating the skyline the Space Needle, just towering over so much of the downtown city around it and the parks that are there. And right near it, as you swoop through, gliding along the monorail, you see the most unique piece of architecture I think I have ever seen, and that is the Museum of Pop Culture. It is reflective, and there's not a single straight line on the thing. Bits of red and blue and purple on these huge, like, bulging curves in the architecture. And when you go inside, right now, it's nighttime as we're coming through here. Just a steady drizzle of Seattle rain. And as we glide into the building, we get the drifting and then overpowering sound of guitars that are just blasting chaos everywhere. A cacophony is going on in this place. It's hard to even imagine where anything is. The sound is bouncing off everything. And as this is happening, we're hearing the sounds of explosions and the proton blasts. And we find coming out of sorry, my brain. coming out of the fantasy exhibit on level 2 of the Museum of Pop Culture, being or chasing after an amorphous, free-floating, full torso, vaporous apparition, Kim. Yes, that's right.
Me.
Kim, it's
one.
you.
Yes.
You're running in to the Sky Church. So there's this giant screen projecting, and it's got a documentary of about the making of the new film of Masks: A New Generation on there. And but you are chasing after a ghost as you're going through here. Will you describe yourself in this action?
Absolutely. So you see me, and I've got book holsters on my Ghostbusters uniform. That is, each one has a book of occult lore, and I am like jumping from from like pew to pew, and like briefly running across the wall trying to get a good vantage point on the object of my pursuit.
Awesome. And as you're doing so, what kind of weapon do you have that you're wielding?
I've got a proton pistol in one hand.
Proton pistol. And since you're coming through here chasing after this, like it's got the kind of wispy bottoms of its body, legless, like the majority of ghosts here. It's actually a class 3, I should have mentioned. So it's a ghost that doesn't have a memory of who it is. It's going just kind of mindlessly through this place, causing chaos. And so as it goes by, and it's kind of a bluish, greenish swirl of colors, go ahead and I want you to make your first roll as Kim the Ghostbuster. So just to give everybody a bit of information here, with our first roll, Ghostbusters uses its very own system here called the Universal How Much system. And so with it, you have a target number that you're going for. Sometimes I'll tell you and sometimes I won't. I like the mystery. But I'll give you a general idea of it's pretty hard, or it seems like it's a walk in the park kind of thing. In case you want to spend some points to add dice. But what we do is we roll a number of dice that are equal to the trait you're using, plus if you have a related talent, then you add a number of dice for that. And if those exceed your target number, then depending on how much you go past that, then that determines the amount of damage or effectiveness that you have in it. Some things you roll extra dice after you find out if you hit or not to see if they do extra damage, and some things you don't. So you are making a proton attack.
Mm-hmm.
So you have a moves trait of 5, yes? Which is about the best you can get as a new character. And do you have a related trait that goes with that?
Do you think that I could add on my acrobatics trait? Since I did mention some pretty sweet parkour as I was pursuing this ghost.
You did. You did. I tell you what, I will say that this time, because it's the first one, I'll let you go for it. You're vaulting over. It's getting you a little bit closer to the ghost because of it, if you succeed. But do be aware that if you fail, then, you'll be looking at the consequences of acrobatically trying to leap over the furniture here.
We'll cross that bridge when we get there.
Yes.
So because I have a talent in acrobatics, that adds 3 more dice to my moves
It
roll?
does.
Okay.
It does. And it's going pretty fast, but you feel pretty confident.
Excellent. So I'm going to roll 8 dice plus my ghost die.
Yes. Sorry, I should have included there. We always include, even if you roll only 1 die, we include a ghost die. And if you roll a 6 on that die, or if you are lucky like me and you have one, then then something bad happens for you or something good happens for the ghosts. And even if you succeed, something goes a little wrong or a little right for them.
Uh, 32.
All right, 32. So we have got a pretty solid. That is an awesome roll with 8 dice. How can you go wrong?
Yeah.
Don't roll too low. All right. So because we were looking at in this you were going after it. It wasn't too hard. You actually only needed to get about a 12 to
Whoops.
hit this thing. So you have hit, and you hit with plenty extra. In fact, you got what we would call, let's see here, whole lots of success on that. So that's going to be 1, 2, 3, 4 points worth, 4 traits points worth of damage towards the ghost's ectopresence, that thing that keeps it connected to the mortal realm. So you blast it, but as you're leaping off of this, and there were no ghosts, correct?
No
I just want to
ghosts.
make sure. Awesome. So as you were leaping, going, you blast this thing, but because it's a proton pistol, the proton pistol is not able to do a capture stream as you're doing. So you can't get it entangled and slow it down any, but you are weakening its ectopresence on there. So that's going to take us to our next Ghostbuster, as behind Kim, working her way backwards out of fantasy as she's fighting off this animated mannequin that's wearing Lord of the Rings armor and using the like elven blade that Gandalf, which I think is Glamdring, no, Foehammer. So as this mannequin is coming out, it's headless, just swinging this faux hammer at you, and you have the opportunity to describe yourself as you're battling it.
That would be me, I'm assuming.
Yes, Beth.
I am surprisingly tall, 6'4", obviously from life. Broad, very, very strong, and carrying a slightly ornate antique axe, which looks just a little strange. I've got a big crossbow strapped on my back with a whole bunch of different trick arrows and regular arrows. But at the moment, I'm just wailing on this mannequin with my axe, which I think is it +3 for all talents?
So, which thing? Yes, all talents are 3 additional dice to whatever you're rolling on it.
So I'm thinking I'm going to use my 5 muscles and then my +3 for brawling to slash at this mannequin and try and cut it.
Okay.
Presumably the metal is thin for budgetary reasons, but you know.
Right. We are crossing our fingers that you don't break the sword, but please continue. Go ahead and make your roll. Make sure to include your ghost die with it.
16 no ghost die. Sorry, so 16 no ghost.
Excellent. A lot of ones. Woo. Thankfully, this doesn't seem to be too powerful of a ghostly presence in it. But as you as you are swinging at the ghost, it is it's able to like block partly as it's going. Although I suppose, I should roll for it. What am I doing? You rolled a 16. It's going to try to avoid that hit.
Hey, looks like we're gonna go to BRB for a second while I figure this out. Love you, bye.
All right.
Hey, everybody, we are back. Forrest, go ahead and tell us what you rolled again.
All right. I rolled a 15 for the ghostly mannequin, and it did not have any ghosts with that. So, what happened as a result here is that Beth had barely made a success in hitting, but she did manage to get a successful attack on the mannequin, doing 1 trait point worth of damage. Okay. And so that's going to take us then to Rev. As Rev, you are backing out of the indie games revolution exhibit of the Mopop, and it has these like pixelated walls that like stick out, and it's super cool. The lighting on it makes the colors very bright, and it's full of all these indie games that are going, some of them retro, some of them current. And so you're backing out, and as you're doing so, you are facing off, attempting to wrangle anyway, a ghost that resembles a pixelated character. What character is represented here, Rev?
I think it's Bowser.
Yes.
Bowser.
Just a big pixelated Bowser.
Awesome. So here you are. You've got a like 6-foot Bowser that it's kind of incorporeal. This is clearly an ectoplasmic entity, and it's probably somewhere in the like class 2 to class 3 kind of range. It's not projecting its own identity, and more on it's not quite a vapor here. It's a little bit more substantial. So, but it's also not super strong. You can tell, but it's taken this inspiration from the place where you are.
Mhm.
So here it's kind of charging at you, waving its clawed hands around, and it is as it's coming at you, it looks like the hands, those claws, seem to become more substantial as it's approaching you. So it has the ability to materialize.
Okay. Yeah, I am going to, as I'm trying to wrangle this thing, I'm gonna take the trap off of my belt and set it on the ground and try to keep walking backwards to lead it over the trap.
Nice. I like it. Okay. So now I do want to have you make for me though a proton attack
Okay.
on this, assuming that's what you'd like to do. You can just
Yes, yeah.
continue backing out.
No, absolutely. I'm gonna keep trying to take some of the goo off of it.
Yeah.
So get rid of
Break
some of that
that
ectoplasm.
break that tenuous hold on the plane.
Okay. Okay, no ghost. That's the first most important thing. And now the next thing is math. 28.
28. All right. It's going to try to avoid you. So it's going to try and dodge this. So at this point, you're at a medium range. So the difficulty to hit it is not hard. Well, I'd call it even close range. So really not hard. But the difference here is going to be whether it's able to be a dodgy McDodgerton and find its way out of the way. So it's going to go ahead and make a roll. And I got for it a 12 with no ghosts, which is unfortunate. But, well, for me, unfortunate. Fortunate for you. So with a 12, and you rolled a 28.
Yes.
So that's going to give you lots of success. So you've got 4 points of attribute damage, or it can soak it. So it can either choose, or rather, I can, as Ghostmaster, choose to have it take some of the damage as ability traits damage, where it's reducing those, or it can go to ectopresence damage. So it's a balance. Yeah. But it does seem to be weakening here as it's going. And so there we go. And now we're going to. So, sorry. So you are able to get your proton beam is able to hit the thing, and you are using a regular proton pack, yes?
Yeah, in the sense of describing myself, as I'm backing out of this
Mhm.
room, I've got a full proton pack. I have got a pair of ecto goggles on my forehead. I'm kind of weighed down with equipment. I've got a trap. I have got a repair kit, and I've also got an atmospheric ionic atomizer hanging from my belt, which is the little that they test the air with.
It's complicated.
Yeah.
All right, awesome. Oh, what was that?
Oh, whereas I've got gaffer tape.
Gaffer
Hey,
tape
very
is
useful.
important. All right. So you back out, and you're able to get a capture stream on it. Now, as a note here, because we're new into this. Now, your Ghostbusters are not brand new, but they are fairly new. But they're new. They're not so new that they don't know from reading the Ghostbusters handbook that in order to successfully move a ghost over or to do something, you need to have 2 proton streams on it. So one person that is at least entangling it, and then with a second, you're able to then move it over the trap and get things going there.
Yeah, so I think
So-
I yell out into this very cacophonous room. I could use a little help down here.
Absolutely. And it is at that point that we have Asterios. And you're kind of lagging behind the Beth as she came out from the fantasy. Somehow Rev got off on his own in the other area. But lagging behind. You have this is heavy stuff, man. But you have the opportunity to help somebody out. So are you going to help Beth, Kim, or Rev as they are battling each of them their separate specters?
I'm going to help all of us at the same time.
I would love to hear how that's going.
And the way I'm going to do it is I'm going to leave the museum and I'm going to hop on the phone and I'm going to call one of my contacts in the media and I'm going to tell them that there's an amazing ghost fight happening down at the Museum of Pop Culture.
Okay.
Hold on, let me just pick up the phone real quick. All right, so
Okay, now you've got this on speed dial on your cell phone because you know the people. And so, yeah, you make the call. And so let's see, you're going to make a call to King 5 Television.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, and you've got a contact who is one of the producers of King 5 News. And that person is, as I grab names, all right. So that person is named Katie Dutsopoulos.
Sounds good.
Okay.
Right. So I'm like, boop, boop, beep, pop, pop. I'm like, Katie! Yeah, it's Asterios we're the new Ghostbusters in town. How you doing tonight? Sorry it's late. I know it's late.
Hey, it's Asterios. What's going on? It's got to be like 2 a.m.
Yes, it's when the ghosts are out. There are not a lot of daytime hauntings, but there's an amazing nighttime haunting happening at the Museum of Pop Culture. We've got at least a Class 5 full repeating free full torso. It's got legs. It's got everything. You're going to want to get a couple of cameras down here. There's an amazing ghost fight happening.
All right, I want you to make a fast talk roll for me.
I would actually like to roll brains with my talent, advertising and public relations, which will hopefully allow me to roll 7 die.
Okay, I'm going to allow that.
Cool?
Yes,
Okay.
it is.
Are you
Absolutely.
sure? Okay, hold on.
Yep,
3,
it fits.
4, 5, 6, 7. All right.
Make sure you got a ghost die in there.
The last die is the ghost die. Let's see. And we're rolling. I got a 20, no ghosts.
Yes.
All right. So with a 20, all right, it's I'm going to say that gets you enough here because you got 2 levels of success on this. So Katie says, okay, you're telling me that there's a ghost battle going on in the Museum of Pop Culture in Mopop right now?
Yes, and as we both know, Seattle does not have a lot of cool stuff for tourists to see. If you guys lose the Museum of Mopop, what's left? The Needle? Everyone's already seen the Needle. We've all seen the opening to Frasier.
Hey, okay. God. All right.
Sorry, I'm just excited. I'm sorry, I'm excited.
I'll find somebody. I don't know. Maybe I probably got a weatherman around.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's raining slime in here.
Really? It's raining slime in the museum?
Yes.
All right. I'll get him on.
on us. Our traits get affected. Just come on down.
So, with that old conversation is gonna take about 2 rounds here for you. Okay, that's a little bit of time. So Rev says I could use a little help here. Asterios, I got this. Out the door.
They'll thank me later when we get more money.
You
for
bet.
busting me scratch the thing.
And there's this moment in the cacophony where there's kind of silence. Is like Beth is rearing back for another swing, and Kim is dodging, and I've kind of cut the stream back, He left, didn't he?
With
Yep.
that, I'm gonna bring the ghosts into this battle a bit more, and so the full torso, free floating vaporous apparition, that is a class 3, and in battle with Kim, is going to turn and is going to make a slime attack on you. And so,
Is it?
oh yeah, it
Okay.
is. It really is. I mean, it's going to try.
Okay.
That's the key thing here. Yes.
Did they try?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Exactly.
Is this something that I can like roll to try to oppose?
You could roll moves to try to dodge.
I would love to.
Absolutely. Go ahead. And looking at my stuff here. You've got this light from the documentary and the sounds of the narrator talking about the new superheroes in a new generation going on here as you have this vapor going towards you. It's gonna make a roll, and it is, as it swings in towards you. It's not a super great roll. It's an 8.
15 no ghosts.
Oh, nimbly rolling out of the way, despite the books holstered on your legs. It slimes right on by you, like getting the floor right where you were. And like just waving arms and its jaw like distended and flopping as it tries to pass through you, but fails. And then the mannequin is going to make an attack with Foe Hammer. And it's going to roll a 12 to hit. Now, you are engaged in close combat, so if you don't do like a parry here with it, then it would hit you because it's right up close. So you can attempt to turn the blade or to dodge, whichever you prefer.
I'm gonna go for turning the blade. I don't back down for fights.
All right. All right. I like the way you think.
Yeah. Is that muscles and brawl?
I would allow brawl in that, yes.
Nice. Okay. Hopefully this will be more complicated maths this time and not just ones.
Ooh. Or maybe it'll be ones and a ghost.
It's not a ghost. It's a... Oh, it's a 30.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I carried really hard.
You do, in fact. So it swings Foe Hammer at you with this like two-handed swing coming down towards your shoulder, and you block it with the haft of your axe. And because just the like luck of the thing, or maybe it's because you're actually good at this stuff. Who knows? But you hit it right near the hands of this mannequin, and you actually knock the blade out of the hands of the mannequin, leaving it defenseless. All right. Awesome. The blade goes skittering away down, as it spins across the floor. And that's going to take us to Bowser, who is...
Oh, right.
For legal reasons, spelled B-A-U-S-E-R.
With an umlaut.
So it is going to come in and with clawed hands attempt to swipe at you. Here you are at close range. Okay, and it gets a 10, which is enough to hit unless you are going to dodge.
Yeah, I will try. I have decent moves. I don't have moves like Kim, but who does?
Who amongst us
Right.
does, really?
It is going to be pretty tough since you are holding it in a capture stream
Yeah.
as well. Now, it can still move because you don't have a second
Mhm.
person on it, but it moves with some difficulty.
Okay, let me ask you a question.
Yeah.
Instead
lay
of
it on
trying to
me.
dodge, since I've got it in a capture stream,
Yeah.
what if instead of dodging, I dig something out of my toolkit and like jam it into the wand to try to basically reverse the instead of make it a pull, make it a push, like to kind of
So you're
push
going
this
to
thing away.
try and do like a pulse on it.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. This is going to be hard. Okay.
Okay.
You're mid combat
Yeah.
that this is going on. But so I'm going to say that in this, I'm going to ask you to roll at least a 28.
Okay.
Oh.
Okay.
This is the thing I'm very good at
Yes, it
because
is.
this is weird science.
That's right.
I'm going to try to adjust the polarity of the stream and push this thing away from me, buy myself a little room. Okay, so no ghost, which is great. 36.
Yes.
Oh, man. Whew. Okay. So you succeed with that pulse, and you are able to like you jam your little screwdriver in there. You've been thinking about this thing for a while. You've thought that you might be able to do something like this, and just in the panic of the moment, you see it coming at you with these big clawed hands, ham-fisted, and it goes to swipe at you, and you're like, "Ah!" and you twist it, and almost like a boson dart, blasts it, and I'm actually even going to let it do a point of damage to it as you do so.
Okay.
So, because I like that kind of stuff. Okay, so you are able to get that blast on it, and you knock it back a little bit. It's not able to, in the end, actually reach you with those swiping claws. All right. And so that is going to take us now, as we continue in, we're going to go in more moves order as we're going now. So I'm going to have us go to Kim as we are here with them sweet, sweet moves. What are you going to do? You have around you Rev, who's in the middle of this fight with Bowser. Bowser. No. I repent of that. So you have Rev going with that. You've got Beth, who just like knocked the sword away from the mannequin that she's been in battle with, and you have your free floating vaporous apparition. So what? Oh, and Asterios is outside.
Gone. Don't know where he is.
He's gone. He does that sometimes.
Yeah, it's one of his
Why?
talents actually, is the strategic escape.
Disappearing. So tell me what you're doing here.
Well, I know that Rev's also pretty quick on the draw like me, so I'm going to pick myself up off of the ground and run over to Rev and Bowser, leaving my ghost temporarily to try to shoot my proton pistol at his ghost.
Okay. All right. So go ahead then. You're going to be at a medium range on here. So it's not going to be super hard to hit this thing. So you're going to need to roll at least a 10.
Okay. So 14, but our very first ghost.
All right. All right. Thank you. Okay, so you, as you are running towards Rev and this Bowser ghost, you take a shot at it, and you are able to hit it, but you forget about the fact that this ghost that you've been going after had just slimed the ground right by you, and you go sliding on your back past Rev, and so you're going to be prone on the ground on your back with Bowser standing right over top of you.
Ugh. That's all my hair.
It is. It's on your hair, but you didn't take any trait damage or
Okay.
anything like that. So you just found yourself inconvenienced. All right. And so that's going to take us now to Rev.
So, and we cannot capture this without a second actual pack. That the pistols we can't. Yeah.
That's correct.
Oh no, I didn't know that.
I think I am going to reach down and grab Kim and pull her up and try to just move us away from Bowser.
Okay, go ahead and make a muscles roll for me.
Oh, but my talent is carry.
There you go. It works.
Luckily enough. Okay. Whew, that was close. So no ghost, but
Mhm.
13.
13 is going to be enough. Kim is not helpless in this situation. So you help her up to her feet as you guys scrabble back away from Bowser. And you're able to still, keep that proton stream going on this thing. So you are doing okay. Okay. All right. And then we're gonna have a couple of ghosts go in here. Oh wait, sorry. Beth, remind me your move score.
It is 2.
Okay, so we're gonna have a couple of ghosts that are gonna go here. The slimy one is gonna get its turn now. It's kind of nimble, and having missed you, its slimy path took it a lot closer to Beth, and Beth is facing the other way. It's gonna go ahead and get her. So we've got, with that, I like that number a lot better. That's going to give us 18.
Can I smell it coming?
You know what? You do smell it coming. That stank of them ghosts. Because Beth has just this slightest bit of psychic sensitivity. She can smell when ghosts are near. And when they're close, she can kind of get a sense of direction on where they are, or how much it stanks. Kind of gives you that idea of how strong this ghost is. And you sense the one you've been fighting, this animated object that it's possessed by this weak ghost. This smell is a lot stronger than that, and it's coming at you quickly from behind. So you get just this little bit of heads up. It's still going to be tough. You don't know exactly. So I'm going to have you, no, we're in a new round. So you can go ahead and make a dodge here. Okay, so you're going to roll your moves, and if you can, because it's coming in and in a close range as it's moving through your space, sliming you here, it's going to be, it's not hard for it. So anything you can do here is going to help to reduce the amount. You can also, and I will add this here, this is our first place where really it would be needed or potentially needed. Every Ghostbuster has a little reservoir of je ne sais quoi, a little bit of that luck of the draw. Those brownie points are what we call them. And you can spend brownie points beforehand to add dice to what you roll, or you can spend them afterwards at a little bit more of a cost to reduce the effect of something. So brownie points help you to not take trait damage, to not have your traits reduced when you get attacked by something. And so you have the opportunity here, if you'd like, you can spend brownie points for an extra little bit of help in avoiding this.
I would love to do that. Also, can I use smell or brawl to help? Because those are my talents.
So I'm letting smell have helped you to be able to even know that it was happening on this one, because it was coming from behind. But so you are getting to roll, which is nice.
Nice.
I'm
Okay.
a very nice ghost master.
And to give us a sense of the economy here, how many brownie points does everybody start with?
Everybody starts with 20 brownie points, and as you do things successfully to achieve each your character's goal, then you can earn more brownie points. So I will give out brownie points at the end of each session to everybody. It's kind of like experience. It's kind of like hit points because you can use them to soak some of the damage there. It also helps to decide how lucky you are. So 20 is where you're at. You can also, if you run out of brownie points, permanently reduce one of your traits by a point to get 20 more. Or if you get up to 30 points, you can choose to spend 30 points to increase a trait permanently. So yes.
Is it 1 brownie point per dice?
That is an excellent question. And I am going to say yes, it is 1 brownie point per die to add on.
I would like to spend 2 brownie points so that I have a pool of 4 die.
Okay. Absolutely, you can do that. And I will add here, and this is one of the things I really like in the flavor of the game. If you give to me an amazing description of how you do stuff or something outlandishly awesome that you do, I will possibly reduce the number of brownie points that it costs to do so.
Cool.
So go ahead.
So, I smell the smell of this ghost coming. The ghost in front of me, kind of metallic.
Mhm.
The way that it smells is very much kind of artificial. I can smell the sackcloth of the mannequin. I can smell kind of sawdust. All of it kind of smells a bit stronger because it's being possessed. The thing
Mhm.
behind me smells like drains. It's sulfur.
Oof.
It smells damp. And I'm aware that it's something very different. So I try to turn and duck. And I get a 14 no ghosts.
Okay. 14 is not enough to avoid the slime from hitting you, or the ghost from passing through you, which it feels gross. And now that stank is going to be all over you.
Yeah, I'm gonna need
Um,
5 or 6 showers.
but it is going to, at this, with a success of 4, that's going to be some success. And so with that, that would be 2 ability or trait points of damage on that. Now you can reduce it by 1 if you spend 2 brownie points
Do that.
in addition. So you can reduce it to 1. You can never reduce a hit that you get to 0. You can only reduce it to 1. But
Okay,
yes.
yeah. I want to spend my brownie points, so I'm down to 16.
Okay, excellent. All right, 16 brownie points. Awesome. And so as you are hit with the slime, which gets like all over you as it passes, you try to duck, and just as you duck, it like right by your head. It's like, you could have got a little lower. I don't know.
My ears.
It's it's no fun. So you got this like bluish green kind of translucent goo that's all in your hair, and
I might just shave it off.
What's that?
I might just shave it off.
Well, one nice thing about ectoplasm is that it's not permanent. It does kind of evaporate into that kind of ethereal place that it comes from. But it is also it's very uncool. And so you are going to be reducing your cool by 1.
I'm rolling on 0, guys.
Oh.
I look even worse than normal.
Oh boy. Yeah. Ooh. Yeah. So Beth is about as uncool as it gets right now. And, she's kind of like the just like gelatinous dripping down your face. It's
I have a beard?
so gross. It's like a slime beard. Yeah. Somehow. And that makes it worse. So that's going to take us then to Bowser. And Bowser is going to attempt to move and attack. So it's going to move up into close range. So it's right up on... Ooh, who's it going to attack? It's going to attack Rev, because Rev has that capture stream on it. So here we go. And we've got... $16.
Ooh.
Okay. So a 16's gonna be pretty tough to avoid here, Rev.
It is.
So, but we are in that new round. It's last attack, last round. So you can still, you could try and do the same thing again. And I will I'll reduce the difficulty because you already did it on your weird science roll. So yeah, so I'll say that and this is going to be like a one-time, like one battle use of weird science on here.
Mm-hmm.
We don't have an attachment that you can use for this kind of thing. At least not yet. Repulsor blasts could be possible in the future. You never know.
Yeah.
Inspiration could be striking at this moment. But you so you have I'll just have you roll against it like it's a dodge.
Okay.
With your weird science.
Okay.
So you're trying to get better than a 16, which with your dice probably not too hard.
Yeah. But I don't know why that's my counting music. 27 and
Okay.
3 on the ghost die.
Okay. So no ghost.
No ghost.
All right. So you are able to kind of repulse it back a bit as you increase the intensity of the stream on that capture, just slowing it down. It's not able to get to you on there.
I'm sorry,
And-
sir. In this day and age, I'm going to have to ask you to stay 6 feet away.
Social distancing. That's right. And so we have now Beth.
Okay.
Drenched in goo. You are
Yeah.
dripping with goo.
I'm so gross. Fine. So I've disarmed my lad. I think. Can I chuck my proton pack? Or is it like very firmly attached to me?
So that depends on how you're wearing it.
Okay.
You most of the time Ghostbusters wear their proton packs on their backs. You can choose to hang one from your belt, which can be a way to, if you're a heavy lifter, can be a way to carry some extra stuff into combat in case somebody needs to switch things out and the like in the future. But I would say probably because you're in regular kind of mode here, that it's probably on your back and likely strapped around the waist as well, belted, so that it distributes the weight across your hips. So probably it would be quite a chore to throw the thing. It does, however, not take too much to draw the neutrona wand and make a proton attack.
Yeah, that's my thinking. I'm gonna do a proton attack on Bowser.
Okay.
Nice.
So Beth turns from the mannequin. Actually, you kind of already turned from it, trying to duck and dodge, dip, dive, and dodge the sliming ghost, not Slimer in this particular case, though it is similar. So you are able to, at that point, draw the wand of the proton pack and, take a few steps to get a better angle on the Bowser. And you can, I'll say you are at a medium range on that. And so it's going to take just one little roll of 8. Unless it tries to dodge you. Is Beth frozen? I can't tell.
Possibly.
Oh my God, she is.
I thought she was just like so in thought.
I thought she was planning and scheming over there.
Just
I
scheming, plotting, planning.
Yes.
Yes,
Maybe she is.
She has informed us that indeed her internet just went down.
Oh no. What?
She said, I
horrible
don't know what
timing.
happened. Internet is gone.
I didn't even put any ghosts with Murphy on them in here.
It's what a great pose to be stuck in, though.
I know.
I
It
know.
is.
Look at her.
Like it was really
Someone
like
get a screenshot of that. That's good. That's your new headshot right there.
everybody else do it too.
Hold it. I hope you screenshotted that, kids.
I hope someone clipped that.
Someone will turn that into a clip. Yep. Oh man. Okay. Well, we'll come back to Beth and find out what she got. In the meantime, I am gonna bring us up on.
She's back.
She's back.
Yeah.
Oh, thank goodness.
Oh, good.
Hey.
Thank God.
Okay.
Ghost, and it killed my internet.
Yeah,
We'll do
you
that.
didn't know, but I sent a Murphy ghost over to your place.
Is that what happens
Like-
when you roll a ghost die? Is that
It could be. All right. So what I was saying, because I'm not sure where you got cut off, but was that you just need a little roll of an 8 in order to hit. Unless he dodges. He could still dodge.
Cool. What trait would I use?
You're gonna roll with moves. Moves is your ranged weapon attack
Okay.
trait. Now you can use brownie points if you want to increase the number of dice you're rolling.
Yeah, I think that's gonna be me. Sorry, in all the panic, I've dropped a pencil somewhere. Later. Yeah, I'm gonna use 2 brownie points for that. Because
Okay.
I like to not miss.
Absolutely.
So that is. Did you say an 18? I got an 18.
All you needed was an 8, I think.
I did say 8, so you got an 18.
Hell yeah.
That's
Yep.
good.
That's
That's
good.
I'm getting a little echo in here.
I think it's on Beth's.
Oh no. Okay.
Okay, but that is a good amount of success.
Ooh, the ghosts are real.
And oh, that's nice. Thank you. Oh
Nope.
no, it's back.
Oh, you.
Hit from my end, do you think?
Yes.
Okay. Shall I go push to talk? Would that help?
I don't know. Maybe.
I'm not
Hello?
hearing
I'm
the
not hearing-
echo.
Whoop.
Uh-oh. No, I just heard the echo immediately.
Check your audio output. Is it coming out like not through your headphones?
So many ghosts.
So many ghosts.
The ghosts are inside the
The
stream.
ghosts are inside the stream.
Oh, the ghosts have crossed the stream.
It doesn't seem to be coming up.
Across the stream. Oh, is it gone?
Hopefully.
Maybe.
It's gone.
Hey! All right.
All right.
Fingers crossed.
Okay, a good amount of success. All right. So that's going to be 3 ability or trait points of damage on the thing. And so with that, you're able to get a second capture stream on it. So you and Rev are there. And it just so happens that since Kim... Somebody's doing fireworks. It is not even a day for fireworks. Okay, sorry. So the what?
No, you go.
Okay. So it just so happens, Kim, that you're standing right over top of the pedal that triggers a trap. And so if you'd like, with the second capture stream on there, I will let you hit that pedal.
I'd love to.
Okay. Excellent. So, stepping on the trap, the cone of white light with just little bits of electrical kind of golden arcing across it spills out from the trap, and Bowser, his form begins to be drawn as it kind of becomes less substantial, and it reaches out for you, and as it does, it's like it's losing its shape, and it's sucked into the trap. Nice work. 1 down. But it's going to be the mannequin's turn.
Oh.
And the mannequin is coming up behind. Oh, I did not roll a ghost with that. I'll try again. Whoopsie-doodle. Okay. So swordless, the mannequin comes up and it is going to attempt to hit Rev from behind. Now, Rev you already dodged this round, I believe.
I did. Yep.
Okay. So with a 5, it is going to hit you, and that would be enough for 2 trait points of damage.
Okay.
But you can reduce it to 1 with 2 brownie points.
Yes, I will do that.
Okay. So the mannequin comes up with its like hand broken off as like a stump, and it like punches you in the back of the head with the stump. And but how do you reduce it? What are those brownie points doing?
I think that, because it's not super quiet, it is armored. That it's not super cool, but it is just a matter of like trying to roll my head forward as I hear this. I'm like, you have that flinch reaction. I'm like, oh, that I kind of move with the punch.
Absolutely.
It's not glorious, but it gets
Absolutely.
the job done.
You roll with it. You roll with the punch, and you're able to reduce that trait damage. What are you reducing?
I think I've got to reduce brains. I think it kind of cleans my clock a little bit.
Absolutely. So you're going to do a temporary score or current score that is 1 less than your normal.
Okay.
And then that takes us to Asterios.
Oh.
Asterios, we're still having a conversation.
Still?
On the other end. Well, yeah, because I said it was 2 rounds. This is the second half of the conversation that's going on. But I will let you, if you would like, be on your way back in.
Thank you. I would like to do a classic Sorkinian walk and talk.
Okay.
So here's what I'd like to be doing. You tell me if it's okay. If it's not okay, tell me.
Yeah.
I'd like to be talking with one hand. I'd like to have my PKE meter in the other. Because here's the thing. When I run off, people get upset, even though it's for the greater good and they'll like it later. So what I want to do now is deliver big. I want to find out the source of this haunting. I don't want to deal with the symptoms. I want to treat the disease. Like, someone upset some ghosts at this goddamn museum, and I want to find out, like, where the mama ghost is.
Uh-huh.
Is that cool?
That's 100% cool. I love everything that you're telling me. Okay. In fact, I love it so much that I'm going to let you make your roll for your PKE meter. Nice.
Oh, no.
And so it's going to be a brains roll. Okay. And you're talking on the phone with Katie about getting some people down here as you're going and reading the PKE readings. Okay. So it's going to be tough.
Mm-hmm.
It's a whole lot of difficulty on here. I'm going to say that I need you to make a roll of I'm going to say you need a 30 to get it. It's more difficult than you can imagine to have a meaningful conversation on the phone while reading sensitive paranormal investigation equipment.
Okay, now, look, I just like to put this out there. More beeps mean more ghost with the PKE meter. So it's going to take a 30 to find the most beeps.
There's more to it than that.
There is? Okay, look, they're probably... Well, look, I only...
If you want beeps, you could just walk over towards where the rest of the team is.
No, you're right. I could.
Asterios, tell everybody where you're from.
I'm from New York.
I'm obsessed with Asterios.
Thank you. Well, look, I'll just tell you this. I only have the maximum I could roll is a 24. So this is a guaranteed failure.
No, you may spend brownie points.
Never spend my brownie points. I'll never ever spend. Are you kidding? I need those to increase my traits. All right, I'm gonna roll. Okay, I rolled an 18. No ghosts.
Okay. So as you walk in and you're talking and you're just looking at your PKE meter,
Mhm.
and you walk right towards the ghosts that your friends are right in the middle of, fighting, busting here.
Okay.
And so I'm gonna say you didn't roll a ghost, but so you're gonna be walking here, and I'm walking here, right, right into the mannequin and Rev, and you just like bump into them, like or like pull up short, like
No, this is
right there.
perfect. No, if I run into
Okay.
this is perfect actually.
Okay.
Because the news isn't here yet. I'm still on the phone with the news. So I'm going to put my cell phone on hold and I'm going to go, guys, we need to stretch this out a little bit. We need to get this on camera. And then I'm going to slap the mannequin ghost with my hand.
I'll
And
let
I'm going
you-
to go, you're offensive. These days, you're the body type you represent is no longer, we need mannequins of all different kind of sizes and shapes, and you represent an unrealistic ideal. Did you know that organs couldn't even fit in the torso that they made for you, mannequin? I'm not going to roll anything. I mean, I'm just trying to upset.
Yeah.
I feel like I can upset it.
Absolutely.
pretty
For
easy.
flavor, I love it.
Yeah,
for flavor,
yes,
I love
it's
everything about
for
that.
It's for flavor.
Yeah.
Yes.
All right. So Asterios is there, except, if you're slapping you put it on hold, and where are you putting your phone?
Oh, on my belt.
On your belt. You got a little belt holster for it?
Yeah,
Absolutely.
It's very nerdy.
Okay. Holstered, slap the thing on the back of the neck because it has no head, and and you lay into this thing with a verbal lashing. You're not sure of its effectiveness. So, that's going to take us to the top of our order. And so that takes us back to Kim. And so go ahead and tell me what we're doing, Kim.
I look at Asterios. Stretch it out? What do you mean?
Until the cameras are here, we need to leave some ghosts for the cameras so we can cut this into a commercial to hopefully get even more ghost busting business.
You're using cameras here?
Yeah, the news is on the way.
No, I'm not mad at you. That's amazing. I'm just, I wish my hair looked better.
You look nice.
At least it's not as bad as Beth's.
That's true. Oh
Who
gosh.
presently, since she's not right now on the stream, I'm going to say that she looks at you with an unimpressed look when you say you wish your hair looked better.
Sorry, Beth. Gosh, yeah, I think I want to run over and start firing on the mannequin ghost.
All right. You don't have to run far. It's right behind you.
Well, I'll do
right
a sweet
next
backflip while I'm going over there, just for flair.
Okay.
Just
You
try
do
to whip
a-
some of the slime out of your hair.
Yeah, I'm trying to shake the slime out.
All right. You do. Well, let's see if you do. Go ahead and make your acrobatics roll.
Absolutely. $31. No ghost.
Ooh. Okay. Yeah, that's you do a backflip and somehow simultaneously flip your hair as you do. And slime goes spraying off in these like droplets, like out, and the like shifting lights of the documentary are glittering through it almost prismatically. And so somehow the like onlookers watching this can only assume that it must have been a deal with a devil of some kind. You whip your hair around in this, and you come up with your proton pistol pointed directly at the mannequin, and you your hair is perfect. There is no slime. There's no evidence that the slime was ever actually there. And so go ahead and make your attack roll with your proton pistol.
Fantastic. Um, 20, no ghost.
20. Okay. And it's going to attempt to dodge, not having done so this round. A 1 with a ghost.
Oh boy.
Um. Okay. All right. Okay. So you blast this right in the torso, and the mannequin, like, you can hear the kind of sizzle of the mannequin, and part of the costume that it's wearing absolutely thrashed on this. But because it just punched Rev in the back of the head, I'm going to say that just the littlest bit of that proton energy, the proton stream, is going to kind of arc from it and hit Rev's proton pack right in his back, where he's wearing it, like proton packs.
Mm-hmm.
And so Rev, it's gonna feel a little bit off in the next round, and we'll say that for now, that any proton attack that you do, it's going to be 1 difficulty level higher than it would normally be. However, if you take the time to, you can do a weird science roll to attempt to repair this damage. It's not a permanent kind of thing. Okay, but in the midst of this, the mannequin basically collapses into you, Rev, as it loses its. It seems like the creature that was, or not creature, but the presence within it seems to have been banished as this the mannequin loses its kind of structural stability, and it falls apart, arms and legs and torso, into different pieces there behind you. So, excellent, nice. And that leaves us with a slimy ghost. And I believe that having been Kim's turn is going to take us to you, Rev.
Yeah, so I think that, as Kim does this backflip and fires the blaster, and some of the energy hits me and this thing bumps into me, like, I turn to say something and some of that spray of slime is coming out, like, and I, like, just kind of gesture it to my mouth. Oh, to my mouth. And I'm going to
Don't
take
swallow
my
it.
what are you doing? Something's in your mouth. And I'm gonna move kind of over away and start fiddling with my pack and try to, because it suddenly feels very warm. So I want to try to make sure this thing doesn't overheat, because this place is pretty cool. I haven't actually had the opportunity to be here yet. I really want to inspect it. I don't want this to blow up first.
Yep. So make that
Still
roll. Go
minus
ahead and
1. Okay. I'm never not going to make that noise. 19 with no ghosts.
okay.
Very low
And-
for still rolling 7 dice.
Yeah. So you roll a 19 to repair your proton pack. Here, okay. Sure.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm gonna say that's enough to get that kind of fix on. But it is gonna take your whole round on there. You're not gonna be able to do any like
Yeah,
dodging or anything. Because you have to unbuckle, take the thing off, get the thing down. You're working on. You gotta diagnose where the problem is. You think you're pretty sure.
And I gotta get a mint.
What's that? Oh yeah,
And I
you
gotta
bust out
get a mint.
Yeah, you got some Altoids in a tin in your pocket because for whatever reason, but it's in the handbook. It says that Altoids tins seem to be repellent to slime. Like even if you get slime, it keeps it out. Who knows why?
That's why I carried the tin with me, because I'm still trying to figure out what I can make out of the tin material.
Right. Yeah, it makes sense. So hey, Beth is back. Woo!
Maybe.
All
Fingers
right.
Crossed.
Woo!
The Queen.
She's returned. So Rev, you are able to find what was wrong. There's a little like capacitor that got fried. You got, these kind of things, they're sensitive. You've got an extra couple of them in your little repair kit. And so you're able to, get that taken care of in here. Okay. So Rev is down working on his proton pack on the ground, mannequin body in pieces next to him. And we have a slimy, jaw distended and flapping kind of bluish greenish wild-eyed ghost that is like floating around, and it is going to make an attempt to hit Beth. No, Asterios. And so, here it comes. And we got an 8, okay? Which is enough to hit you because it's coming in, it's just going right through your space here in this slime attack. So, you can attempt to dodge and make it more difficult to hit you.
I'm definitely gonna try to dodge out of the way. I've only got moves of 1, sadly.
Okay.
But let's see what happens.
Again, I will say you can spend brownie points. Now listen, hear me out. Okay? If you spend those brownie points, it's a 1-to-1 to add dice to make it miss. If you get hit, and like if your roll isn't enough to reduce the damage to 1, it costs 2 to reduce by 1 point the damage afterwards.
I'd rather go to the hospital than spend my brownie points. And listeners, in this game, if you get 30 brownie points, you can trade them in for a trait increase. And I'm starting at 20, so I'm only 10 away. So no dice, or actually 1 dice.
Okay.
I've rolled a 3,
I
no
think you
ghost.
mean die.
Unfortunately, the first
You roll 1 die.
I rolled 1 die. Yeah, I'm getting slimed. I'm getting hit. This is not going to be good.
Okay, you rolled a 3.
Yep, no ghost.
It got an 8, which is not enough to reduce the amount of damage you take. So you are going to take 2 points to your cool as you get slimed. It just like straight on through it feels disgusting, like down to your very core. And slime is just all over. So, yeah, that happened. You feel funky, let's say. And so what does that leave your cool at?
It reduces me to a 3, and it brings me to hurt status.
Okay. Okay. Not feeling so good.
Mm-mm.
Now, that's going to bring us, however, to Beth. It is your turn. Bowser was captured. The mannequin is destroyed, and the spirit seems to have dissipated to whatever plane it came from. And there is one ghost remaining here. I can't hear you.
Sorry, trying to reduce the echo.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna go after the gooey guy, with my proton pack, because I'm assuming if I hit it with an axe, it's not gonna do that much.
No, it is it's an ectoplasmic entity, so your axe would do 0 damage to it.
But it could look cool. But no, I'm
Absolutely.
gonna go with the proton pack. So that's 2 die.
All right.
Spend another brownie point. There we go. 3
Why
die.
not?
And that is a 12.
All right. A 12 is enough to hit. And because it's going away from you at this point, it wasn't looking backwards, I'm not going to have it dodge. So with a 12, that gives you a good amount of success, 3 brownie points worth of damage. And so it seems like this thing is pretty insubstantial. Go ahead and make a brains roll for me.
Uh, 9.
Okay. You can tell this thing's connection to the physical world is very tenuous. You think you could probably capture it at this point.
Okay. So can I try and capture it now? Or do you mean as a group?
It'd be on your next turn you could, but you could inform the others that it's ready to be trapped.
Nice. Guys, this one's ready to go.
All right. And that brings us to Asterios.
Is the news here yet?
It's been about 10 seconds.
Oh,
since-
God! Ugh!
And you have Katie on hold right now.
Well, I mean, she already said she was sending them on the way, so I'm going to take her off
It's
of
true.
hold. And I'm going to go. Oh, it's a ghost! It's a slime bath down here. There's 8 ghosts, 10 ghosts. Oh my goodness! It's insane over here.
Well, I only see one left.
Oh no! Ghosts everywhere! Ghosts everywhere! Ghosts everywhere!
Oh no.
I want you to make a cool check for me, Kim.
Oh yeah,
Sure.
Kim. Yeah.
God, what is my cool? That's not that bad. Okay. $12, no ghosts.
Okay. Let's see. She is a producer of news. So I'm gonna have her roll. She's a little skeptical. On this. Are you sure? I don't even hear any proton stuff going on. Isn't that something?
I start firing
That's
my
usually-
gun.
Oh no! I couldn't hear over all the proton stuff going on.
This is your ASMR Ghostbusters stream. Okay, so absolutely. Well, I'll allow it and say that if you want to spend 1 brownie point, I'll turn that into a success.
Yes.
All right. I love it. I like rewarding fun things. Okay, so she says, I called them. They'll be there as fast as they can. And
I hit the button that switches it to a FaceTime call, and I flip the camera and I aim it at the one ghost. But unfortunately, I was talking to my niece earlier, so like I think there's like some fun filters on it.
That
Okay.
ghost has patties.
Okay.
Yeah, does it? I don't know what the filters are anymore. What are the filters?
There's
now?
so many filters. So many filters.
I
Ghost
can't
seems
even
to be
reference
celebrating
one.
Heineken. I don't
Heineken?
understand.
What are the other filters?
It's wearing, you put the thing on it and it's got, it already has these like crazy deranged eyes pointing in different directions and like sliding around on it a bit. And as you hold up your phone, the filter on it puts those like kind of neon sunglasses over it.
I'm gonna try to turn that off.
Go ahead and make a brains check.
I'm gonna try. I'm gonna try. I don't know if I succeed.
A brains
I'm
check
gonna
for
try to
use
okay.
regular technology.
It's not even ghost technology. Okay, I have a brains of 4. And rolling. It's an 18 no ghosts.
Okay. All right. So you get the thing off, and when when it popped up on there with the sunglasses filter, Katie's like, "What the hell?" And then you take it off, and she's like, "Oh my god!" And she says, "They're on their way. I'll tell them to get in there." So. And she hangs up. She ends the call.
Okay. Do I still have time to try to throw this trap?
You can. You
All
can
right.
try to throw the trap.
My character has 2 traps on him because I
Uh-huh.
want him to be at least somewhat useful. Like
Okay.
so he carries 2 traps. So I'm gonna grab one trap off of my belt, gonna clip my phone to my belt. I'm gonna throw the trap under the thing, under the ghost, and if I can get it targeted right, if I roll well enough, I'm gonna press the plunger button.
Okay. So go ahead, and I'm going to have you make a moves roll.
All right. Oh no! What do you got, Kim? Huh?
No, I'm I
All right.
was remembering your move score.
It's very low. Yeah, it's very.
She's like, I'm
very
just
low.
sad you have to roll this.
I feel bad for you.
I'm the last person who should look. At the worst case scenario, there's an active trap out
It's
in
true.
the room.
It's true.
But I'm rolling.
We
And
understand.
I got a 3. Mm-hmm.
You got a 3. Okay. So you're able to get the trap out to where it's close enough, but it's on its side.
Ugh.
And yeah, so you get it off your belt and you unhook the kind of cable of it, and you toss it out there with like authority, expecting the wheels to go and whatnot, and it just goes like hits the end of the cord and like wiggles a little bit at the end there.
I feel like it's another one of those moments of silence where he throws it and it gets on its side and just scream as it slides slowly into place.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Okay. So now it's Kim's turn.
Fantastic. Where is this slimy ghost right now?
From where you are, it's about like, call it like, I don't know, 30 feet away from you.
Cool. And where is the trap?
And the trap is about it's about 5 feet short of it and on its side.
Fantastic. Then what I want to do is I want to run towards this trap and just baseball slide past it and try to right the trap so that it is upright is what I would like to do.
Okay. Absolutely. I love this. Baseball slide. Go ahead and make your moves roll, and I'll allow an acrobatics on that.
Fantastic. No ghost.
So few ghosts. I feel like there should be more.
29.
All right. Okay. So you run out there and you like bolt there from actually, you know what? Go ahead and I want you to describe it. How do you do it?
Fantastic. Yeah, so I run towards this trap and then effortlessly go into a slide and right the trap, but I see that I'm about to slide into a puddle of slime, and I've already dealt with that, and I don't want to do that, so I just spring to my feet and do just like an aerial over that slime puzzle, and then slime puddle, and then land back on my feet.
It's seriously impressive. The way that she's moving out here, you can see why using a proton pistol could be helpful for doing that kind of stuff, because you're not lugging around like a 45-pound backpack.
Exactly.
Yeah. So absolutely, you do it. You spring up, aerial across, landing firmly on your feet on the other side of the puddle of goo that's there. The ghost trap is directly under the ghost now, and so it's all set for being able to be trapped. Now, if it's triggered while the ghost is not entangled, not set up in a capture stream, the trap will still draw it towards it, but the ghost will have a chance to try and escape from there.
Gotcha.
Okay. So it's going to take us to Rev. And Rev, you have a functioning proton pack. You are kneeling on the ground. The pack is on the ground and the wand is right there next to you. What are you doing?
Yeah, like I imagined that I, reholstered the wand as I was trying to fix it, and I look up and see that Beth has got it caught in one thing and the wand is just pointing towards it, so it's like, and I just hit it to fire on the ground, like it's on the ground still. I don't have time to put it on. Yeah.
Okay, and it is, I will say here before you tally this up, that it's about 25 feet away from you here. So that's going to take a roll of at least a 12 to hit it. Unless it tries to dodge, which could make it harder.
Yes.
So.
No ghost. 20.
All right. So 20, you're able to hit it with the capture stream. And so you're holding it in place right now over this unopened trap. And Asterios was right next to you. So I'm going to say the pedal's right there on the ground. If you want to try and reach out and get that, or to trigger the trap, you could go for that.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, just like, having the wand holstered and just turning it on and then just hitting down with the other hand.
Yeah, exactly. So you've got the thing kind of shooting from the hip on the ground down there, and you reach across and slam the pedal for the trap, and the trap opens, and it is very weak at this point, as Beth indicated. So it starts immediately being drawn, its essence, into this trap and closes. Bing, bing, bing.
Is that it?
Did we do
Quiet.
it?
I think we did it.
It's real quiet.
Where's
Okay,
the
to be
next one?
fair. Oh, what?
Mhm.
Oh,
When they're supposed to be photographers? I mean, I've got a beard still. I don't really want to be photographed, but
Well, I do.
yeah. I just lift up my camera and take a picture of her, then put it back down.
Not from you.
Oh, it could go on the website.
Yeah, okay. Yeah, sure. Just,
Hold up the smoking trap. Will that make you feel better?
yes.
Okay, and then I'll take a picture with my phone.
she does always get to take the smoking trap pictures.
You can hold both of them.
I could hold a whole stack. It'd be great.
Yeah.
Just see how many I could hold.
I mean, we've
hold
got
up
two
a
smoking
stack.
if you want to. Yeah, and I'll take a
Yeah,
picture.
I hold up some smoking ones, but try and hold them in front of my mouth
Yeah.
so they can't
angle.
see. Just,
Yeah, angle the axe a little bit. There you go.
There we go.
Yep.
So, thankfully you were fairly accurate with your proton streams. So, despite your best efforts, the Museum of Pop Culture, like none of the exhibits have had significant damage, except for, I will say, the one costume from the Lord of the Rings did take some damage from
I know
the
a guy.
always good, always good. And so you all kind of take your time getting things gathered up, like kind of just taking those PKE valences just to make sure and whatnot, or whatever kinds of things you would do. So let me ask you, with the ghosts trapped and the cacophonous noise stopped, what are you going to do?
I'm gonna gaffer tape the sword back to the mannequin and just try to make it look a little less like it's been in a fight with an axe.
Okay, awesome. Do you gaffer tape the arms and legs back onto the mannequin?
I mean, I don't do it well, but it's more of a kind of, when you have a really awkwardly shaped parcel to wrap, and you just end up just wrapping the tape. Yeah, it's now for the Museum of Modern Art.
Well, it fits. Yeah.
Unlike the mannequin,
Yeah.
which doesn't fit anymore.
No, it's nope. And you just like take it and put it back where it was, behind the glass that it broke through, and like lean it up against the
Oh no,
side of.
it ripped itself apart during being possessed.
Oh
It
no.
wasn't. We won't need to pay damages. It's probably insured.
Well, it just so happens that Ghostbusters Incorporated requires all of its franchises to be bonded and insured. And that's also part of your contract with the city. It's a nice thing, being able to have a Ghostbusters franchise in a major city, because you do get those sweet, sweet city contract deals, which have some excellent pay. Downside being that you also have Peacock to deal with. Now, Peacock is the Paranormal Contracts Oversight Commission. And so, you do have to deal with them sometimes. If you cause too much damage that it costs the city insurance too much in those kind of situations, then they might come down on you. But you actually did pretty good here. You're feeling pretty good about yourselves, especially considering the value of all of the things in here. But as you are, leaning the mannequin back in the fantasy area, the assistant curator of the Museum of Pop Culture comes in, and there's there you see there's some like lights and picture like flashing going on, and you hear some voices outside, and she kind of like rushes in the door and then like leans against it behind her and says, I thought that we were going to be discreet about the problems that were going on here, but apparently, somehow, the press found out.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Interior wise, we were very discreet.
Mm-hmm.
It's a loud business.
That's good.
Look at the condition of this place.
That's
Almost all
good.
the mannequins are fine.
Mhm.
And you got to think to yourself, if there weren't so many amazing windows and colorful sculptures, it wouldn't have lit up the night sky like the needle itself.
Yeah, and I do have to tell you, we have seen from experience that if this does happen to be on the news, as the news crews might indicate, you will certainly see a surge in attendance from people who may not normally come to this museum in the hopes of seeing a ghost, and you can still charge them the same amount of admission.
That could be possible. I don't know how much. I don't know how much longer we're going to be in here, or at least open right now with stuff going on. But
With the
Sorry,
ghosts?
what's going on?
Yeah, what's going on?
well, and she's talking through her mask and stuff. She's as she's out here doing, and she goes, the panini.
Right.
And,
Yes.
Mhm.
But I don't know. Attendance has been down. Maybe a little attention could be good. It might be worth it to keep it open a little bit longer. But the curator has been talking about, and the board of directors has been talking about having to close it down for a season. We might be able to do some upgrades and change out some exhibits and such in that time, but it is sad. It seems like they're finding new variations all the time. Crazy.
We have heard that Ghostbusters exhibitions in areas that have been previously haunted have been, really very exciting.
Have you?
Mm.
I mean,
I
think
mean-
about the town of Salem, Massachusetts. That wasn't even where all that witch stuff happened.
Okay. Yeah, I mean, I'll bring that up. Yeah, just thank you for dealing with that. We'll be able to definitely get the damage taken care of with the close down that's coming. But
I'm going to roll advertising and public relations on her, and I'm going to
Okay.
try to convince her that this will work. Okay, so I'm going to roll a D7. I'm going to
the
roll a 7.
Ghostbusters exhibit. Is that what you mean?
Yeah, hold on. I want to look at make sure. Okay, good. I got a 23. Ma'am, you have to understand that haunted.
You can call me Audrey. It's okay.
Oh, well, Audrey. Audrey, you have to understand that haunted locations draw attention. You don't think the kind of people who go to a museum of pop culture would want to go to a haunted museum of pop culture? I mean, this isn't the Louvre. What you're going for is pizzazz, eye-catching, eye-popping spectacle. And what could be more spectacular than a specter?
Yeah, that's a good point. It maybe it could work. I'll talk to the curator. I don't know where we'd put a Ghostbusters exhibit though. I mean, it doesn't fit with science fiction anymore exactly. I mean, maybe 30 years ago or 25 years ago, but
I've got 2 words: walking tour.
walking tour.
Mm-hmm.
Well, I mean, it's not the Seattle Underground. But all right. Okay. All right. I'll talk to the curator about it.
Hey, are you
it's not
from
a bad
Ballard or
idea.
are you from Seattle?
Well,
You're from Seattle. That's right. You're a Seattleite, and you talk like a Seattleite, Audrey. Don't worry about this place. You can turn this around. I believe in you. We all believe in you.
yeah. All right. Well, make sure you talk about how great it is in here when you're talking to the press
Mm,
and stuff.
yeah.
If you don't mind.
Did you figure out at all why the ghosts were here? I mean, we haven't had anybody die here or anything.
No, we were in the middle of trying to figure that out when things got a little harried. So I'm gonna pull out my my ionic atomizer and start.
All right, you're going around doing. You can make a weird science roll on that for me. And Beth, I'll have you. You can also make a. Hmm,
Mm,
I just wander around
think-
sniffing stuff.
This is
I think. I mean, you
smell
can wander
check.
around and make a.
smell check.
You make a smell check, but go ahead and roll. It's going to be brains. You know, it's at perceptions and stuff. So, see
I
what
feel
you
like
can
a
do
smell
there.
check is what we also do with the jumpsuits every morning.
Probably, yeah. Is there anything I can do with my occult knowledge and my tomes of occult lore?
Let's see. I tell you
Got a
what,
17.
you got a 17. Okay, awesome, awesome. So, Kim, why don't you make your roll also? We'll see if we can cobble these things together.
I got a 25 weird science
Uh-huh.
and 1 ghost.
Okay. Okay.
Oh boy. 33 no ghosts.
All right. Okay. So I had a 17, I had a 33, and a 25 plus a ghost.
Hmm.
Okay. All right. So what I'm gonna do is, so you start sweeping the museum, Rev, for PKE valences, and you get to, like, things are like, you've got some residuals from ectoplasm, you know, that's collected in different places, and the like, and you're going around because you have to be fairly near to the problem, or to the psychokinetic energy, in order to have it picked up by the PKE meter. But I'm going to say that you, as you're going, you do find that the PKE meter starts detecting some disturbance, and you know, the valences are on the rise as you're walking around, and you go through over to where the kind of cyclone, there's a cyclonic sculpture of like electric guitars called If Six Was Nine. And it goes from the first, or from the second level up to the third level. And as you're doing that, you find that you're getting, these readings are coming from this sculpture. And as you are reaching around, waving it to find the thing, you like just catch one of the guitars with one of the arms of your PKE meter, and it like slips out of your hand and hits the ground, and it's not functioning. But Beth, seeing how he's going, and he picks up this stuff, gets over by the, if 6 was 9, just this towering 2-story tornado of electric guitars. Thankfully not like swirling around and coming after you. But you start picking up something that smells like death.
Yeah, there is something wrong over here. It's kind of like normally, I guess if one of these was possessed, I'd kind of smell a lot of like varnish, wood, maybe the metal from the strings. This is decay. This is like human decay. This is not good.
Yeah, you do. You pick that up. But
The
as
guitars, they smell like human decay.
Yeah.
you actually are able to narrow in, and there is on the back side of one of the guitars an arrow, which is weird because it's 2022. But you fight with an axe, so it's not that weird for you.
And a crossbow.
And a crossbow, but it's different from it's not a crossbow bolt. It looks like a modern day arrow, but it's got a broadhead, like a hunting arrow head on it, and it's just like chunked into the back of one of these guitars, and there is something wrapped around the shaft of the arrow. So, what do?
I pull the guitar down. Does the arrow look like it was shot into it or like stabbed into it?
Good question. Unless you're making a pretty tough muscles. That's the word. Muscles check. You're not going to pull this. It's part of this sculpture, but you could fairly easily work the arrow free from where it is, and the amount of effort it takes to do so suggests to you that it was probably shot into this place.
Were the guitars belonging to anyone or were they bought for the sculpture?
Good question. I don't know. Are you going to ask somebody?
I was going to ask. I think we should ask Audrey.
Okay.
I turned to Audrey and I go, Audrey, what famous pop cultural icon's guitar is this?
That particular one.
Yes, with the arrow in it.
Okay. That one, we have listed as. Oh, wait, no, I don't have a list of things here with me. Let me just make a check here and see if she can remember. I can't remember exactly. I don't think they were particularly big deal on there. I remember most of these, they're not like big stars in here. It's like kind of small time indie bands and stuff. But that we had asked for some donations to have this done as the artist's sculpture.
Okay, was there a message wrapped around the arrow or just some
There's
stuff?
something wrapped around it, and as you kind of unwrap it, you find this long, thin scroll there, and Kim, you recognize some of the symbols there. And you pull out one of your books with you. So let's see. Let's say that you pull out the big book of occult lore.
That's the one that I was thinking, yeah.
Excellent. I should have asked if you had a thought on which one you'd pull out.
Yeah.
So you pull out the big book of occult lore, and you see some of these symbols look similar to those that have been included in necromantic rituals. You'll have to do some more research to figure out specifically what it's coming from. But you would probably say something, certainly they're ancient symbols, for sure. These are not your modern day practicing necromancer kind of symbols. But you have some ideas on where you might be able to dig in and find some more. It's going to take some research. So, yeah, somebody set things up for ghosts to cross over here or be drawn to this place because of this scroll. That for sure, you know. And when I say for sure, I mean you got a big hunch.
Mm-hmm. These are some ancient necromantic symbols.
Where from?
Yeah.
Sorry, what was that?
Do you know where they're from? Like,
No.
culture-y?
I'd have to. I don't have the right book for this. Sorry, I wasn't anticipating that we were going to encounter ancient ghosts inside of the pop culture museum. Kind of a weird juxtaposition there. But I have some books back at the firehouse, or I can I know some people if I don't have the right things. But whatever this is, this doesn't match up with any of the sort of currently operating necromancy sects that I know of. This is something old, like almost like pre-recorded history old.
Can I try to like mark the trajectory of this arrow? Like, where was it fired from? Is there like a broken window someplace, or was it shot from inside the room? Like, can I try to follow the path of it?
Based on the angle of how it was in the guitar, I think you could.
Okay.
An argument could be made.
Okay.
It would depend on your role, though.
Yeah. And I'm feeling a little loopy right now. My brains aren't so good right now.
Right. Can't think. I have the dumb today.
Can always get a brownie point.
Oh, that's true.
That's true.
Asterios has started to infect me with the idea of upgrading my skills.
I want more traits.
Can't upgrade your
Asterios
skills if you're dead.
Asterios is going, it might be nice to have more than one in moves.
Maybe.
Exactly.
That's about as good as I could expect with 4 dice. 17.
Good job.
All right. Pretty
No
good.
ghosts.
No ghosts.
Okay. So with a 17, I'm going to say it looks like the trajectory probably that it was shot from a height. So it was probably shot at least from the 3rd level. It might have been shot from outside. You'd have to go and get up there and see.
Okay.
If there's some broken glass or anything. Although, looking around. Yes. You do see that there are little bits of broken glass that are inside the sculpture in the center on the ground. Anything around the outside is clean. Probably picked up by a custodian, not knowing what was up. But yeah, it looks like it was probably shot through, glass ceiling or high window to get in here.
Okay. Whoever it was, I don't think it was someone inside the museum. There's just a little bit here. I can't tell if it came from the skylight or maybe that window. I'm gonna go look around. If anybody wants to, maybe someone wants to check the skylight, I'll go check the third floor. Maybe if we can like keep following this trajectory, and I like step back and just kind of draw my finger out. It's either here or maybe here, but we might be able to figure out what building it came from. And then if they've got like security footage or something, we might find the shooter.
This sounds pretty cool. I mean, like a great idea. Yeah, I'll head up to the skylight right away.
Plus, Asterios, you're like, this is some prime footage
Whoa.
of
Yeah.
Ghostbusters getting up there, on top of the Museum of Pop Culture. So on top of Mopop. Oh, you got a headline even.
Oh my God, you're right. Okay,
Okay.
cool. I'm gonna
So-
run up there then.
Okay. All right. So Asterios, you take off. Going up. I should ask, do you take the elevator up?
No, I want to find like fire escapes. I want to find like the least hauntedest stuff.
Mm.
I don't think I would.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I won't run into a haunted ladder. But,
All right.
but that's what I'm looking for.
All right. And you're wearing a regular proton pack, or are you wearing a proton pistol?
Proton pistol, 2 traps, and a PK meter.
Okay, so not a proton pack, not quite so weighed down. Okay, so yeah, you're able to get up there. It's a little, like it takes a bit to get up there. But thankfully it's not 20 flights of stairs. So you find your way up, and you can see when you get up to the 3rd floor, and you're looking up in the direction that Rev was pointing. You find that there is happens to be a hole in like the glass ceiling, this kind of colored glass here. And so it looks like somebody did, well, I don't know. Let's see. Why don't you make a brains check for me?
Absolutely. I'm gonna roll brains.
And I'll see if you can find a way out to look up on top.
It's not great. It's 13, no ghost.
13. Okay. So that is very little success. So you barely got it. All right. You find that there is a ladder that's up a little bit, that you can get up there. It's not immediately clear to you how to get up to the ladder, but that there is a roof access of some kind up there, it looks like. You could try to make a roll for it, or, see if there's some other solution that you want to use. You could bring in some help.
Oh, no, I'm definitely going to roll for it. I'm going to roll to pick up my walkie-talkie and call Kim, who's an acrobat.
Awesome.
I'm going to go, Kim, there's some kind of sniper's nest up here. I'm not quite sure what I'm seeing, but there's something's up here, and I can't quite reach it, but I'm sure you could.
I pull out mine. That sounds like so much fun, and I want to join. I want to climb the stairs and join him.
Awesome. I am going to make one small adjustment here. Instead of walkie-talkies, you guys have a push-to-talk app on your phones.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Even easier.
Mm-hmm. So you make your way up, Kim, and sure enough, it shouldn't be too hard. You can, do a little parkour, off of corners of the wall and stuff to get up to it. But go ahead and make that roll.
Absolutely. 33 no ghosts.
Dang, girl. You pull some like Jackie Chan business getting up there. You like take a run. You run by Asterios, and like plant a foot on the handrail and then vault over to the wall and take another, like jump off to the other wall, grab the ladder, like hands and feet up on the ladder. You're like, I don't need to pull up. I'm there. And so you make your way onto the ladder and you just like you're up that thing like you're a fireman, running up the ladder at a competition. So
Mom always said that there was no opportunities for post-college cheerleading experience, but here we are.
there you go. Take that, Mom. Okay, so up you go, and you do find that there is a kind of like a trapdoor skylight kind of thing that you're able to push open, and so you could, if you so chose, walk on top of this roof ceiling. Now, the glass that you're passing through is actually fairly thick. So if, well, let's see what you can figure here. It seems like it's safe to walk on, though.
Yeah. Are there, I assume that the like panes of glass, that there are like supports or like a structure. So I would like to walk
Absolutely.
across those more than just walking across the panes of glass.
Okay, if you're gonna make sense,
Yep.
then I guess you should.
Yep.
Okay, so you walk out along those structure. I'm gonna let this 33 ride.
Fantastic.
You're balanced out there, no problem. It's a little bit slick
Mm-hmm.
because it's been raining and stuff, but you are able to find your way out, and you got this sense of peace as you're going, and you got the little bit of rain that's like misting down. It's the skies are just black. There's no stars and stuff because it's cloudy up there. But you have that ambient light of the city, and the wafting smells that come along with that. But right now, you also get just this cool breeze and the light misting of Seattle rain. And as you go, you are able to see, sure enough, there is a place where it's been broken through. Make a brains check for me.
Oh, okay. Is this something where I could use my occult talent?
Nah.
Okay.
No.
It was worth an
probably
ask.
not. It's always worth an ask.
Uh, 13, no ghost.
Okay. That seems really thick for an arrow to go through.
Mm-hmm.
And you and the hole's a little bit big also. Like it seems like something else was used to break this spot to take that shot. And this glass, this is like industrial strength, serious business for these kinds of buildings. It's something had to be strong, like really strong to break it.
Yeah, I'm seeing a hole up here, but this isn't just an arrow. This glass is really thick, and this hole is much bigger than the impact that the arrow could logically make. We're looking for something a lot heavier.
Okay, and I'm on the other side of the push to talk. I'm gonna go. That's really interesting. I'm sorry, I'm not getting any ideas. Rev's kind of the brains, but while you're up there, could you just take a bunch of pictures of what you're seeing in video, and maybe we can have the egghead take a look.
Absolutely. Yeah, I want to take photos and videos of everything that I'm seeing.
Okay. You take some photos and videos.
I also want to
Absolutely.
take some pictures of me up on the roof.
You do. And you think that you could walk over a little ways, not too far, and be able to see and, more importantly, be seen by the camera crew that's out there.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
In Ghostbusters International, we all have goals of what our characters are trying to do. Mine is fame, so 100% I want to go out and be a little more visible.
Okay. And I will, however, make you make a roll for this because it's slick up here. It's been raining. Everything's wet. It's not going to be too hard. It's not acrobatics, so you don't get to use that for this. But you can make a moves check here, and I'll say that it is going to need a roll of a 9.
Oh, yeah, easily. 5, 10, 18, 24, no ghost.
Okay. You easily make your way over to where you can see that the camera crew's down below, and you're like taking a picture of yourself, and there's enough of a breeze that your hair, and it's not like a downpour. It's just, you got this little bit of misting, and your hair is like swooped out by the wind just a little bit, being up high. And so they see you up there, and you got cameras on you, and lights are going, and you hear some shouting down from below. What are you doing there with that opportunity?
Oh boy. I would love to pull out my proton pistol and just sort of pose with it. Oh boy. I want to shout, if I can, the Seattle branch of Ghostbusters is ready to believe you. The truth is out there.
Amazing.
Awesome. Okay. So you can make your way back in, and you get the flashes of cameras, and you hear some more kind of shouting. You make your way back in. You make your way back down. Rev, you get to see the kind of pictures, and everybody can, as she sends them, back through like your text group, pictures and video of the stuff. It looks like, well, make a brains check for me.
Okay.
We'll see how much we can get from this. You'll get something, but it's what you get.
17. Is that what I got last time too?
Yeah. Okay. 17. So
No ghosts.
yes. All right. So with the 17, you are you can tell it looks like there's some like chunk spots that are next to, but not like at the thing. And so it looks like something was used to kind of chop into the glass here. Chop into, but you're not able to say exactly. It probably takes some more analysis to figure out what kind of implement was used, but something was used to repeatedly hit at this spot. But it wasn't as many hits as you'd expect for glass this thick.
So something else was used to knock a hole in this, so then this broadhead arrow could be fired through the hole.
Yeah. That's what you're getting.
Okay.
So, it seems like there's maybe something else going on here. There's more to be seen with that. But you do get a call on your cell phone. Who's the person that usually gets the calls for someone who is responsible? Who's the one who takes the I want to talk to an actual adult call?
I feel like it's Asterios or Rev because you two have been Ghostbusters longer than Beth and myself.
And I feel like I'm the good news guy.
Yeah.
All right. So, Asterios, your phone rings, and what is the ringtone that goes? Do you have a Ghostbusters ringtone with it, or is it just like a regular kind of thing?
Oh, it's just I just have regular ringtones on this because I always hate it because I never remember what special ringtone goes with what number, so I just use the regular ones.
Okay, so your phone rings, you answer, and I am on the other end of the phone. Forrest. That's
Mhm.
right. It is I, your office manager.
Forrest, hey, what's up?
Hey, Asterios. Are you guys done yet? Because I've been waiting for you guys to get back for a while on this thing. It's real late, and I want to go home.
Oh man, I'm sorry. Yeah, we're about wrapping up. There's some kind of super strong necromancer who can rip through windows, and he's got a bow and arrow, and he's terrorizing the city.
Wow, that sounds like a D&D kind of thing more than like real life.
You know,
Weird.
I mean, it's real life is becoming more and more like D&D all the time, Forey. But I'm telling you, if
Please
you
don't
want
call
to
me that.
I apologize.
That's okay. I'll forgive you this time. But if you do it again, then you'll find something unpleasant in your jumpsuit.
You are the boss. Absolutely. You
Okay,
know what?
all
I
right.
mean, if you want, why don't you just head home now? I mean, we're just kind of doing the Dick Tracy thing. Like, just if there's any emergency calls, have them forward to my cell.
All right. Okay. All right. I'll have it forward to your cell. Yeah. Okay. All right. I'm gonna go home.
Unless you want to stick around and investigate this mystery. I mean, what do you want to do? Do you want to go home? If you want to go home, go home. I promise you can go home, but there's a
Okay.
pretty hot mystery happening.
Uh, I think that instead I will go home to a pretty hot missus.
Oh, well, you have a good time for us.
Thank you.
All right.
So yeah, I'll catch you later.
All right.
And make sure you get the bill to them.
That's the first and last thing on my mind, Forrest.
Hold on. Okay. Hang on. How many ghosts?
I'm sorry. Can I text you
Asterios?
some of this?
Are you serious right now? How many ghosts were there?
There's a tunnel. I'm gonna text you.
Yeah.
There's a tunnel, Forrest.
Okay. All right. Okay.
All right, and I texted him 2 ghosts, but we told people there were a lot more ghosts.
There were 3, but we caught 2.
There were 3.
Oh, sorry. I go 3 seen, 2 caught, told the media it was 11. And I feel like Forrest should know, like, by now like, this shouldn't be a surprise.
Yeah, you get an eye roll emoji back,
Mm-hmm.
and then you get one of the devil grin kind of emojis back. And then
How many do we invoice for?
you invoice for 3
Okay.
because as much as spreading the stuff, Forrest is not comfortable with inflating those numbers. You told him 3, he puts 3 on the thing. So it's 4,000 for the first one, 1,000 for each additional, plus your storage fees and whatnot. He writes all this stuff down, and then puts it onto an invoice form and sends that to you as an image for you to give to the folks here so they know what to expect.
All right.
And so we walk out. I assume we walk out.
Yeah.
All right. We walk out from the Mopop, and you've got a small flurry. You guys are still pretty new. You're not that big of news. There's not a 100-foot marshmallow man or anything like that. So,
Yet.
Doggy.
An
Okay,
additional
sorry.
Ghostbuster.
Oh.
It's Harvey. He lives
Ghost
at the
Barker.
firehouse.
Oh my gosh, I was just thinking that very thing. I didn't even think about that Harvey could live at the firehouse, but he 100% does.
Oh, Harvey.
Okay. Loving it. So yes, you all walk out with this little bit of press that's going on, and you get a few questions and about like what was going on in there. What there were ghosts in Mopop. How did that even happen? Is that something that we have to worry about in the future? Did you get them all?
I'd like to just quickly respond first and go, guys, please, it's late. The Mopop is one of Seattle's most prized institutions, and we want to make sure that we treat the place with respect and dignity. After all, there is a mystery necromancer afoot who
Mystery necro. What
Oh,
is?
I shouldn't have. Yes, there's a Rev.
Further investigation will be required. But if you're looking for an interesting place to go in Seattle and certainly not see a ghost, Mopop is open for business.
Go ahead and make a cool roll for me, Rev. What's your cool score?
1.
Oh, good.
But
You could burn some brownie points.
But my skill, it's that awkward charm.
You
Okay.
have
Charm
is my-
awkward
is my
charm.
skill.
Awkward charm is
Oh,
a
it's your
talent.
talent.
Yeah,
That is amazing.
Great.
Okay, all right. I'm gonna allow it because that was well role played for awkward charm.
11, no ghost.
11. All right. So the the reporter there with the microphone in your face, which is making you very like uncomfortable, it gets your answer here and says, "All right, thank you so much for sharing, Ghostbuster Deshane." Is that okay? All right. Thank you so much, Ghostbusters.
And you know
And,
what's also open for business? The Seattle branch of the Ghostbusters. You can call us anytime, day or night. Also tweet us at Seattle Ghostbusters.
I'm sorry, I forgot. You were up on the roof earlier.
That was me, yes.
What took you out onto the roof of Mopop? Like,
Well, I'm not supposed to say, but since we are such good friends and, well, you did probably get some very good pictures of me, we are investigating those ancient necromancers that we talked about, and we thought maybe we saw some evidence of necromantic activity up on the roof.
Kim, please don't bring up the giant claw marks. There may be man or beast afoot here, and we need to keep some of these clues close to the investigation.
Mm-hmm. But if you watching at home know anything that you think might be helpful, our tip line is always open.
so you heard it here first on King 5 News. There may be a giant beast of necromancy. That did I say that right?
You did, yes. And
necromancy.
And that's
ancient.
Yep, and
beast.
that's Kim Dalton, D as in David, Alton. Thank
Okay.
you.
All right. Thank
If we're
you.
trying
All
to
right.
track down these necromancers, should we be talking about them on the news?
No, we got to keep these clues for this amazing case close to the vest.
No, I'm not playing in with your sales pitch. I'm actually being serious.
Do necromancers watch TV?
I guess we'll find out.
Well, hopefully they watch King 5 News. All right. We
No more
got it.
questions.
Thanks. Yeah, great stuff. Great stuff. Love your work. And yeah, we'll be in touch if we have any more questions. Dalton, you said, right?
Yes.
Okay. Excellent. Thank you so much. And so he goes. The camera crew is on their way off to King 5 news vehicle there, and yeah. So you all make your way back to the Ecto 1A Repla vehicle that you have for all such ghost busting calls. And who drives? Just out of curiosity. Beth drives. Awesome. So you make your way back. And it's quiet. It's late, and you pull in to historic Firehouse 38, where the like double glass garage doors roll up as you roll into the ghost busting headquarters for the Seattle area. And you find there, of course, it looks like Ariana's left her backstage magazine sitting right on the reception counter. And Ariana is your receptionist, administrative assistant that works with Forrest in the office. You know, she handles a lot of the outward facing things. And so you come in, the backstage is there. There's a half drink cup of coffee that's sitting on the counter. You got the physical copy of the invoices there. You come in. There's extra bathrooms and the lockers, and right there in the garage you have the washing machines stacked up and such. Little work area in the back, and then next to the invoice behind the reception desk, you see a little note on a sticky note that says, "Don't forget to close the garage this time." And it's got just an F at the bottom. So you make your way back towards, or I guess, what do you do in disposing of things, taking care of ghost traps and getting ready to shut things down?
I turn to the rest of the team and I go, "Hey, I'm not exactly sure. I mean, I don't think we'd put this scroll in the containment unit, but is there anything we can do to make sure it can't be used as some sort of sigil or tally or I don't know, a beacon to something that might screw up where we live?"
Wrap it in tinfoil?
Maybe that's a good idea. I want to start flipping through my books. Is there anything I can find about how to make sure that this scroll doesn't start haunting our firehouse?
Excellent question. Why don't you make an occult roll?
Sure. Ooh, oh, my dice everywhere. There we go. 28, no ghost.
28, no ghost. All right. Absolutely. In fact, you know just the thing. You'll make a little circle salt. You'll place a couple of items around, placed so they're in to with the salt. You've got a couple of candles, long stemmed candles that go with that. It takes you a little bit, but you're able to do a small ritual that anything inside of this space is not going it's going to be like it's dead to the outside world, as far as spiritually speaking.
This should work. Just make sure nobody scuffs the circle, okay?
Yeah. So it doesn't have to be a big circle, so you're able to do it like on a counter or a table or, something like that, in a locker if you wanted. Although I think having lit candles in a locker could be a bad thing.
I think
So
Forrest would get mad
probably
at me if
not
I did
that.
that, so yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
Put
So
like a hurricane lamp around it.
so you're able to get that settled. You do hear though, as you're doing this, or as everybody's getting out of their ghost busting jumpsuits and whatnot, getting changed. I guess Forrest left the TV on, probably his ADHD or something. But you do hear in the background a little bit of like there's a commercial playing at the moment.
Oh, no.
And it's let's see. So you hear this little ad of are you tired of facing ghosts in your house and being offered no real choices for how to get those ghosts out of your home? Are you tired of being stuck with only one option? Or maybe you're thinking that you could find a way to make a little cash on the side. That's right, you can join iHunt. We're looking for new hunters right here in the Seattle area. Are you ready to hunt? And it rattles off the number and website, where to find the app and all that kind of stuff. This has been sort of a pain lately. But so far, you all have cornered the market on these kinds of things.
Those people, if they sign up for that, I'm telling you, we're going to see a huge rise in accidents. Like, imagine if you all didn't have the training that you have with the equipment that we have, carrying these things around. Swords. We were attacked with a sword.
I mean, it's why I carry an axe. They do take a massive cut off the top as well. I think it's something like 70%. And you do have to pay for your own equipment, and they take that out of the thing. And I looked at iHunt when I first moved here.
They don't even reimburse you for mileage. It's
Oh, man.
ridiculous the way they're taking advantage of people. Everyone's an independent contractor. At least we get health insurance from Winston.
Man.
The deductibles are high, but at least we have it.
That was a really
true.
good commercial, though. We should have one. We should get one.
Oh.
We're gonna need yes.
Yeah.
Oh,
Wait,
and it's
Bev?
got to be like the the plumber's commercial was like, oh, did you get an inept plumber and they flooded your basement and now you got to pay even more? Why don't you just pay less the first time, kind of thing?
Mm-hmm.
Except
Yeah.
with ghosts.
That's a good idea.
Yes. We get a local actor to play like an eye hunter, and they're like, duh, I can't use my proton wand. It's like tired of
you
the
could
other
probably-
guys? What was that?
You could probably get a real eye hunter. They do work full cash.
Oh.
A lot of eye hunters are current working actors. It's true.
Yeah,
Yes.
I mean, audition during the day, eye hunt at night.
Exactly,
I mean,
yeah.
it makes it. Unfortunately, the model makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. So as you guys are having this discussion, you do hear a couple of like brief. It's the because it's on King 5. You hear an ad for their news stuff, and that you get like another variant identified in Chicago, and possible rumors of new variants starting up right here in Seattle. Are you in danger? Find out at 7. Also, ghost sightings in Pioneer Square? And so that takes us to the end of our night.
Well, if it bleeds, it leads. But still, it would have been nice to have been mentioned first. In that little bump.
If it slimes, it
It
lines?
rhymes?
At least it
Rhymes.
if it slimes, it does rhyme by definition.
I will say that because you all have been in the area for at least a bit, you do know Pioneer Square, not where you were.
Oh, damn it! I was hoping that Pioneer Square was where that museum was, and I just didn't know enough Seattle geography to know
It's
that.
all good. It's all good.
Oh!
Yeah, so Pioneer Square, another part of the like downtown Seattle area, and one of the things it's most famous for is the Seattle Underground tours.
Okay.
Amazing.
Exciting.
Yes.
When you say underground, you mean like underground music?
I mean underground, like
oh,
no,
actual
like
under the ground.
because the city, like there was a fire and they just built on top of it. They just built on top of the old city. So
Oh, okay.
So get ready for some fun there. And so real quick before we're going into our announcements and stuff, I want to award everybody, give you some rewards for some excellent role play and fun tonight. Thank you. So we had some really great pursuit of goals here. And some achieving of some in some small ways tonight. So I'm going to go ahead and let's see. So I'm going to start with. I'm going to start with Asterios because walking out of the middle of a fight to call the press is just chef's kiss. Mwah. Oh, beautiful. Beautiful. So let's see. I'm gonna go ahead and let's see. We're gonna do. I'm gonna give you. I don't want to be too stingy, but I also don't want to, I don't want to give you enough that you can just be like, oh, I'm going to up my traits tonight. It's not enough. You're not leveling up. Okay? You're getting paid. All right. That's good. Let's see. So we got, let's say that you are going to get, I'm going to give you five brownie points tonight for some excellent role play on that. And then I'm going to give you another, I'll give you two more because like everybody's going to get two for like beating that combat there. Okay. Kim, that was some excellent voguing and going out and really putting yourself on the line for it.
Mm-hmm.
A ghost roll up on the rooftop could have been real bad for you. So I'm going to go ahead and give you 6 on that.
Nice.
And so let's see, Beth, you're taking them for the team out there. You got in some good hits on stuff. You helped to capture a ghost, absolutely getting vengeance on there. So I'm going to also put you in there for 5 on brownie points as well. And Rev, I loved the moments of concern for people in the eye hunt stuff there. And I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna give you another 3. We didn't have it wasn't like big progress towards it, but you're doing some fun stuff with that. So I think that'll cover everybody for brownie points tonight.
Fantastic. Well, thanks everybody for hanging out with us, and a very special thank you to our new followers: Wither King, Beautiful Mess 987, Asterios, hey, thanks, Curly the Pirate, Radzi the Great, and Tristy Joy. Thank you for the sub, Radzi the Great, and the gift sub, Lore Merchant. This has been so much fun. Everybody, please go around the proverbial table and remind everyone where they can find you and follow you.
Hey, again, name's Asterios Kokkinos. You can hear me every week on The Loudest Podcast. It's a show I do with my insane shit-posting fiance, where she exposes me to the horrors of the internet, and I don't like it. But I do like what these people are doing on the Crit Show. They're doing something a lot of people don't do. They're like, they're giving opportunities, and they're supporting other creators. And so, like, if you're gonna do anything tonight with your bucks, follow them on Patreon. It helps them, it helps the rest of us.
Just gonna go ahead and drop that Patreon link in the chat. Thank you. Ooh,
And then
I
Beth?
think you gotta push to talk.
Oh, you're
Melrose.
muted.
I am muted. Sorry.
go.
Push to talk because of echo. I'm Beth. You can find me at @NotCombustible on Twitter, or in the podcast We Fix Space Junk, which I write and voice act in. I'm also playing a vampire cowboy on RPG Realms and Peril and Glories live stream on Sunday, which will be fun. And I'll be back here next Tuesday, ready to axe some ghosts ineffectively.
And I am Forrest, and you can find me as @Fearless Leader. That's LEDER, like my name, and on Twitter and on TikTok and stuff. And I'll be also, and thanks for reminding me, on Friday I'll be a guest player on Denial's Friday Night Mayhem, and that'll be a fun time. I'm playing a fairy barbarian named Carrie Dundarian. But and it's pure chaos. It is. And you can also, I also work as a lyricist by commission. You can find my lyrics on obpmusical.com.
And I am Rev. You can find me at Rev Deshane on Twitter. And I am the host and GM of The Crit Show, which is an actual play podcast where we play Monster of the Week and other Powered by the Apocalypse games, all within the same dimension-hopping narrative.
It's a nice little
I gave
tagline
the real one this time.
Yeah, that's good. That's very good.
Woo.
And I'm Kim. I'm a cast member on The Crit Show and also the producer of the Omniverse Chronicles. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out with us and watching the stream. Speaking of streams, let's take a look at what's coming up for the rest of the week. Wednesday, the 12th at 7 p.m. Eastern, join Tass for some Dead by Daylight, which he, against my better wishes, is determined to call Dead by Hump Day. And we'll talk to him about it. But that's at 7 p.m. Eastern. He'll be playing Dead by Daylight. He is a certifiable beast at that game, and watching him is so much fun. And we're going to set up some channel point incentives where you can maybe spend your channel points to make him do random perks or specific survivors, things like that. So stay tuned for that. Thursday the 13th at 7 p.m. Eastern is Mystery Detectives with myself and Megan. We are going to be doing part 2 of Nancy Drew Midnight in Salem. So if you want to come dress up in some witchy Halloween outfits and lust over Deirdre, please come hang out with us. She is a definite babe. And then next Monday, the 17th at 8 p.m. Eastern, join us for the Omniverse Chronicles Ghostbusters International with all of these lovely people that you see here. But that's not it. We've got one more stream coming up this week.
That's true.
The Crit Show is moving into a brand new studio, which is very exciting for us. It's a huge jump for us professionally, and we are celebrating that by doing a marathon stream on Sunday, January 16th, and that is going to start at 12 p.m. Eastern. We are calling it our bake sale stream. We're going to be doing giveaways every hour. We are switching up games every hour. We're playing some old favorites like Mario Kart and Jackbox and Sea of Thieves. Also some new games, like Jake and I are going to play Red Dead Redemption and stuff like that. Megan and I are going to try our best at Cuphead again.
And let's not forget Barbecue Simulator, the squad.
Barbecue Simulator, the squad. No idea what that is, but it's $2 on Steam, and I sure as hell bought it. So we're going to find out. Anyone who donates is going to get their name on our wall permanently as a thank you, because we want to honor everyone who has helped support us. We also have a variety of donation incentives, including but not excluded to, I'll do a tarot reading for you, or Rev will run you and your friends through an RPG. We'll name the recording studio after you, all sorts of things. And the highest donor will get to work with Rev personally to develop a plot-relevant NPC for our main show, which is pretty freaking cool. So everyone, please join us for that on Sunday, January 16th at 12 p.m. Eastern. I am very excited for it.
It's going to be a fun day.
It's going to be super, super fun. If you want to watch this episode again or watch any previous episodes of the Omniverse Chronicles, you can go ahead and give us a subscribe on YouTube. That's at youtube.com/The Crit Show. This episode will be going up there Thursday morning. But while you're there, you can also check out all the other episodes of the Omniverse Chronicles that we've done, including I Hunt, which got a name drop today, Masks, Crossroads Carnival, Afterlife Wandering Souls, and the recently completed Star Wars Force and Destiny. There's also a lot of one-page RPGs that we've done, plus some video game Let's Plays. I think that's it for me. Thanks, everybody, for hanging out. We will see you next week for episode 2 of Ghostbusters International. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.